was a time where hip-hop culture and geek culture were at odds, clashing over dominance amongst society on who deserves the right to be considered best. The great culture feud lasted for decades, with no end in sight, until one crew decided enough was enough. Deuces, Liv, Bacardi, and Didge, collectively known as Geekset, stepped up where the world needed it and became the only place that blends hip-hop culture and geek together.
All right. Welcome back to the Geekset Podcast, the only podcast that blends hip-hop culture and geek culture together. I'm your boy Deuces, and I got my man Liv with me.
It's the Sofrito Papi. What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
We back.
What's
going on?
My man Bacardi in the building.
Y'all, dude, I'm sorry. Y'all was waiting for like something new. Y'all didn't even know how to act. You were like,
you so deep right now. Like I said, you so dark.
Just looking at those figure
toys.
reveals.
Toys got you going.
I'll let you, we'll do the intro and I'll get into that.
Right. Yes, how's everybody doing this evening? Doing good. We got Dish here.
What's happening?
Oh, it's no face.
I know.
I'm
facing this one.
It's spooky season.
It's killing me.
And I pulled this out ever since the podcast started. Every year I've had this mask.
But it didn't morph to you. I don't know what you
That's
did
what I'm
this year.
saying. Like, either your face got fat or because you wear
No,
it.
it's
Like,
the hair.
It's
It's the
fitting
hair.
your skin
Oh,
now.
it's the hair.
Is it the hair?
Yeah.
Like, it's fitting your face. Like, it fits everything about
It's
it.
the hair.
Let me look at this.
Like, they talk to like, what's his lip move? What's his lip move?
It's the hair.
It's so nasty.
You got that shit
It's so
up.
nasty. It's the teeth is so predominant.
It's when he moved, like the face moved,
Yeah.
like it's go. Hey, you might have
teeth
to
is
take
so
that shit
sharp.
off.
Because you.
Listeners, y'all might
When
be.
he turned.
We might be in the middle of a demonic possession. This mask might have
You
caught
right,
something.
turn to the real man, like some Jim Carrey shit.
When he
nigga.
turned, you can see it. I saw it strained against the back of the
selfies don't give it
that's
justice. You gonna have to put the video
Oh no, the
on.
selfie's doing the justice.
Nah, you gonna have to do the video.
You see the teeth.
That's
See the teeth. It's the teeth, and the teeth so dominant. In this
Bro,
motherfucker.
like the mask is moving naturally. Right
I know.
now. And that's like the weird thing.
It's like it just really fits
I feel like I'm
everywhere.
sitting next to
under his
Jerry
eyes,
Elliott.
everything. Like you really just looking at this nigga. Like you really are gone. Like I don't see.
Yeah,
Deuces
you
at
are.
all.
No,
in
He
this mask.
gonna
Like,
get up. He gonna get up, start dancing.
Like,
I feel like you really smiling and the mask is smiling with you. This is the weirdest thing. This is so. Oh my
Welcome back
god.
to the Geekset Podcast, the only podcast
Like-
wrangling hip hop culture and geek culture
Looking
together.
like
a
I'm your boy Billy Bounce.
Dog.
Here in the building.
Dog, that's gross.
It's disgusting, bro.
You
The way you laughing right now. I needed to stop.
I love it.
I hate it.
Like,
You got more of it than me, but the crazy. I can see it, but I can't. It makes it
and
worse.
because he did like the hair, like
Bro, it look like an animatronic.
it definitely looks like a fucking like so
Like he finna do this.
like a emoji, talking emoji ass shit.
How's everybody been, man?
I was better before I saw that.
Yeah. I'm very uncomfortable. And now I'm gonna have a nightmare because of that fucking mask.
Because of the mask, and because it's gonna be on his body too. That's gonna be the problem. Your dream is gonna be like, "Hey, Deuce, what up?" You gonna turn around.
I was gonna say that, and he gonna see it.
You gonna have the mask on.
Billy
Billy bounce your ass.
Bounce doing the dance. Motherfucker, what you call it? Like you running away, this gonna be the slow ass bounce. This is coming at your ass. Alright, you know, like slow music gonna be some random ass beat you never heard. Slow the fuck down, like. Look like they're gonna be horrible for him. It's gonna be everything.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's gonna be everything you never wanted for him.
Yeah.
So since it is spooky
It is
season,
spooky season.
we put out a list on the first that was, bro, behind the scenes, this list caused so much stress to the party
man, yeah.
I
and
mean,
Liv.
I just.
They almost took the fun out the list.
You know what? And I've been thinking about more movies. Like I didn't put Steakland.
I don't even want to do it no more.
I didn't put Steakland up.
Yeah,
Y'all ever see Steakland?
That wasn't the
I don't
point
think
of
I
the
heard
list.
about
To
Oh,
me.
my God.
I don't even like even no one even put like
Somebody asked me why we didn't put any of the Halloweens or Jason, and I was like, oh,
I mean,
didn't think about it.
every list.
Every list has some.
those are
I mean,
default by now.
the Freddy was in there because that's really.
But
Like
that's
that's your shit though.
Yeah, that's
like
my
that's
shit.
your shit. You
Like,
know,
I'm saying, like, so I mean, that just really means that no one really has a true iconic like Halloween or Jason.
Well, so hold on, for those, if you didn't
Are you
see
gonna
the
read all
list,
of them?
let's go ahead and read the list. So what
You
we
wanna read
did
the
was,
list?
yeah,
I mean, there's 31.
Yeah,
we
we can do
did-
this.
we did
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, we did Geekset Presents 31 Days of Horror Movies. And again, this list was not meant to be like the top 5 or the top 30. It was just like it was an extension of our recommendations.
Definitely what I thought it was.
Yeah.
You thought it was supposed to be like the top?
It was
I thought it was supposed to be my top.
Yeah.
I looked at it as somebody comes up to me and you're like, hey, I want to watch horror movies this month. Quick, give me some.
But
I'm probably gonna give you just what I just recently watched. I'm not gonna deep dive into
okay, that's still a recommendation. That's good.
These are me
that's
too.
Good.
But that's what it was. It was like, I'm giving you 31 days. Nigga, I want you to go to the past. I want you to go to the future. I want you to go now. I want you everywhere.
Mine definitely goes.
Listen, y'all thought way too deep in me. This like, all right, cool. Here's 7.
Here's some. Like,
so here's.
No, I dug deep. I tried to dig deep.
So
see, I really thought about it. Like,
and then I randomized it on the days and everything. So we got, and I'm just gonna go in order. I'm not gonna say the dates, but we got The Exorcist.
I feel like that's a default one, but
I chose that. I did
Are we
choose
gonna
that.
talk about it?
No,
we should do
We don't have to
that.
just a few.
Let's give our thoughts.
So I at least said Exorcist just because I know like Liv said it was a default one, but that is something. That's the first horror movie I ever watched.
Yep, we had
And
Nightmare.
you know, I think that was a lot of people's too. I think that might have been
Right.
That wasn't mine first. I know that first.
That was literally the first one I ever watched, and I watch it pretty much every
We had
Halloween.
Nightmare on Elm Street 3. I think that was.
That's Bacardi.
Dream Warriors.
Yep. We had Evil Dead.
That had to
was
be me.
me.
Yep.
Me or Ron. It had to be either
That was
me
me
or Ron.
too.
Okay,
We had Midsommar.
that was me.
What?
That was me.
No,
I'm mad how you said it.
I know. I was like Miss
that-
Umar. Like what?
That's actually how you pronounce it.
Midsommar?
Really?
It's an AR. It's not an ER. It's
Yeah, I'm
AR.
pretty sure it's still
I'm just saying
Midsummer.
it
I mean, but I still thought it was like.
I'm pretty sure it is still Midsummer, but a lot of people pronounce that. I truly don't know. But I chose that one.
So you think
I
it
was
is Midsummer?
confused.
I think it's Midsummer.
I didn't.
We'll call it Midsummer then. Don't Breathe.
I also chose that.
Yeah, that was okay.
Which Liv didn't like.
Yeah. I was shocked that you didn't
It's a
consider
lot
it
of
a horror
controversy
movie.
because it's not. It's like it was more like an action thriller with suspense, not horror. Because the old man, you knew the old man lived in the house. Like that's his house. There's people in there. Like
But even with the
you-
twist,
it was like
even with the twist for old girl, even with old girl in the basement,
It was like a cat and mouse movie.
even with that, all right. We had The Conjuring.
Was that me?
that wasn't me. I think that was I think that was Zeus's. Honestly.
Nah, I didn't.
Then it must have been
Well,
me.
you
I
had
would have
to.
chosen if it wasn't.
Yeah,
I remember
right.
Let's keep track of them too.
We had
So that's 3 for me then.
Yep.
No, 4 for me already.
We had Candyman.
That was me.
Yep.
Candyman 2,
You got
right?
like
Candyman 2.
5.
Sorry about that. Candyman 2.
You're like on 5 then, Ron.
Yep.
No, I only have Freddy and.
Well, I'm just going off
Oh,
of the picture. I'm not going off of the list. We can figure out. As above, so below. That was
That was
me.
me.
Yeah, that was you.
No.
No, that was. I want to say that was
It was-
Zeus's.
That was me.
Was it you?
Yeah.
I wanna
You
say-
agreed. You agreed.
Oh, I
You said
agreed.
yes. Yeah, because but that was
I
definitely me.
swear I thought I.
Man, none of mine came up yet.
Hereditary.
That was me.
Well, yours was an Evil Dead.
Oh no, that was me.
Mike could have been, but
All right. Brightburn. That was me. Blair Witch Project.
I think that was me. No.
Train
That was me.
to Busan was you for sure.
That was me. Blair Witch was me.
Yeah. Train to Busan.
Yeah.
Was you.
And that's only because of the impact of what Blair Witch. Like,
Yeah,
Blair Witch-
I agree.
Yeah.
That was like.
Even
I
with Imani, when I put Imani the first time, she still was like, "This is real." I'm like, "It's not
Bro,
real."
I remember when I went to the movie theaters to see this,
Yeah.
and I was probably about 18 or 19, and I swear to you, like I questioned it. I was like,
Yeah.
"Is this shit?"
This
As
shit
Bro,
above, so below.
we ain't never-
Oh, it was Bacardi. You
We ain't
asked
never
about
seen. We ain't never
Bro,
seen no shit like the way
Yeah.
it was filmed.
it.
Like
It wasn't until
that,
they was
we
on
never seen
Conan that I was like, this shit was fake.
Fake? Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they did a lot even before.
Remember, they wasn't doing press.
Yeah, their press was.
Remember they made a whole
did the,
website or some shit like
Yeah,
that?
there
Their
was a
press was
website
literally
and a
showing
viral video.
that, and they literally had missing people's like.
Yeah, they were.
They went hard,
poster.
bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
no horror movie I've ever came across went
Yeah.
that hard.
Yep.
I remember
They
being
did that shit.
disappointed, but also not at the same time.
I mean, that was-
because
Yeah, it was definitely.
experience.
It was disappointing because
Those
I was like,
motherfuckers
if
shot
it
that
was
shit
real,
with a
then
couple
you knew it was gonna be
$1,000.
some real cases again. Like,
Yeah.
niggas was finna go out there if
Mhm.
it was real. It was gonna be some real cases if it was real. You
Yeah.
understand? So, I was like, I
Um,
remember Imani like, this gotta be real. I'm like, it's not. And like, you think it is, but it's not.
So The Mist, that was me.
Yeah, I remember that.
fucked with it.
Mrs. Worth
I
it.
vouched for that one.
Record, I think that was.
That was me.
Yeah, that was you.
Y'all seen that?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
seen the
that's
first
foreign.
one. I seen the
That's
first and
foreign.
second one, I think.
I like 1, 2, and 3. 3 is dope. 3 is fun to watch.
I didn't know there was 3 of
I
them.
didn't know
Wasn't is there another?
There's
isn't there
4
like
of them.
Isn't there like
shit.
a
The
cross?
4 one
I
ain't
saw
worth
2.
it.
Is Record the one that has? It's like another movie that's kind of like the same. Like it's a cross
Record 1 and Record 2 is Quarantine.
Quarantine.
But
Yeah.
Quarantine is based off of this.
Yeah.
Part 2 picks up on the end of that one. Part 3 is fun because they added a little bit of comedy, but it's also during a wedding. So it's like the opening scene is so dope. The opening scene is so dope. One of the uncles gets fucked up and then bites the shit out of his wife, and then the whole zombie thing.
You just kick off like that?
Yeah, but they also give an explanation. They're not just zombies. They're possessed. They're possessed demons.
I thought I did see it, but as you explained it, that doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah, 3 is my favorite one probably out of those.
And then I chose Us. That's one I chose.
Yeah.
13 Ghosts.
That was me. Because that movie's iconically cold to me.
Yeah.
Specifically, make sure
you know what? I
2001.
watched that a couple weeks ago too with Rod
the
Digger.
2001 one.
Yeah, 2001 one.
With Rod Digger.
Yeah.
I just swapped that a couple.
Like Rod, like you gotta be. I'd be happy to be like as Rod Digger to be like.
No.
Something like that.
That's my assumption.
Like 13 Ghosts is definitely.
13 Ghosts up there. Alien. I was me. I chose Alien.
That was one I wanted. If we were gonna go, we sure. But I also don't know if I say Jaws is horror.
Well, see, that's what the reason
I'd say
Aliens,
that is.
I was talking to somebody too about this.
sci-fi.
Alien is really good at horror to me because the first Alien movie was really built on sound.
Yeah.
And that's why.
That's why I understand it. But like Lib said, I have a hard time saying sci-fi movies are horror.
Yeah.
Well, but also if I'm not mistaken, I think if I'm
I know that's
Alien. Alien was just eating everybody up like
well,
that's
also
scary.
because if I'm not mistaken, I think
It is
tagline was
listed as a horror movie.
the tagline was something like "No one can hear you scream in space" or something like that.
No,
Yeah.
it's definitely a horror movie. That's just me personally. I'm like, I always have trouble with like
I
say between that.
I'd call it sci-fi horror.
Jaws.
I mean, it's a genre. It's a sci-fi.
I got
horror.
into a big debate and I was like, I don't think Jaws is
Yeah,
horror.
Jaws
it's
would
weird.
be
Like
water horror.
Jaws is
sea
considered horror, but
Yes,
it's not. And I think like because it's
It's a
a
sub-genre.
shark, it's a common
That's
creature.
what I think. I think
There's
that's what it
nothing-
is.
And when you think of horror, you think of some kind of supernatural. But I don't know, like
They really
at
like
its
placement
time, it was
horror. They like
definitely
placement
considered
horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you have to be in space for this, like to be
I
scared of Jaws.
no
You
way
gotta
was
be in
like,
the
oh,
water.
it shouldn't be on the list. When I saw it, I was like, oh, okay. He's one of those people.
who said that?
This is
That's
it.
it. I said
Put it on the
Alien.
list.
Lights Out.
Like,
That was that
Guardian.
that was a
That was
Guardian.
me.
yeah, I'm looking.
Yeah, Lights
I
Out
got
was me.
the.
Lighthouse Me Too. That was one of the newer movies. That
Yep.
was different.
Puppet
Really
Master.
good.
That was
That was
me.
you.
That was
That's what-
but
Cabin in the Woods.
That was.
Me.
That was Deuces.
That was
Yeah.
me.
Cabin in the Woods is really good.
I like that
Yeah,
movie.
I love Cabin.
I like it a lot.
Cabin in the Woods is one of the.
I was shocked that so many people liked it. 'Cause I could have sworn I was alone in liking it, and then I saw people talking about it. I'm like, oh,
It
shit.
grew over time.
Okay, that would make
because
sense.
at
Okay.
first
So
I liked it right off
they
the
were.
rip.
Me too.
Yeah,
I did too.
But at first, a
because
lot of people were
I had low
bashing.
expectations. I'm not
So
gonna
okay,
lie.
so people were
Going-
shitting on it.
going
So, like,
into
that's
it,
what- okay.
Going into it, I did not think it was gonna be good. Then I was like, yo, like as it kept on going, I was like, yo, this movie is fucking
movie
Okay,
good.
that makes
Like I mean,
sense.
it kind
I
of
was like, dog,
what it
this
was for
movie
me.
is
But-
Was like it was a movie that I didn't like. I liked it, but I didn't tell. Like like how we talk about now. Like, hey, you should watch Cabin in the Woods. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You didn't do none of that. I was like, this was good.
Yeah.
But
But
ain't
what
gonna
I
say
realized
nothing
too,
about-
what you
like,
also need to do with those people that don't like Cabin in the Woods who say, make sure they're talking about Cabin in the Woods, because a lot of people mix it up with Cabin Fever, which is
Yeah.
fucking trash.
Oh, I wonder is that
Cabin Fever wasn't that bad.
was Cabin Fever? Was that the
Trash.
was the one with the
That
rash?
It was just a rash.
Yeah, no, Cabin Fever was.
But he was
weak.
killing people. He was
No,
crazy.
Cabin Fever was weak though.
And you know why? And you know why also I don't like it? 'Cause it's fucking M. Night Shyamalan, and I fucking hate M. Night Shyamalan.
That was probably his best one though.
No.
His best movie?
His best
Like
movie.
not like as far as
Over Signs?
No, his Signs is cold. Signs is cold.
But I
And
like
what was the follow-up?
I actually didn't. I
It was
actually
two. It was Signs and then something else right after it. And the Devil actually
No,
The
yeah.
Devil
the Devil-
was really good.
was
Is that the
he did
elevator
Devil, right?
one?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, Devil. He did Devil.
Yeah.
I didn't know he did Devil. Then Devil was actually my favorite one that he's done. Like, but Cabin Fever actually did enjoy it. Like
I did not.
I didn't know M. Night did it
I
when
did
I
not.
watched it, but I enjoyed it because it like
My M. Night beef comes from this. I watched, what was the one where it was just a dude running around?
Was that the
The Village.
yeah,
The
that
Village.
I watched The Village, then I watched Cabin Fever, then I watched The Happening, and I said, fuck M. Night. I hate all his
Then
movies.
you watched a lot of trash.
I still don't
And-
think
and-
but I still
and
think that
Avatar.
was his best.
And then
Avatar.
Avatar.
Avatar was hell. That was
Yeah,
hell.
I mean,
But
Devil is his best.
Sixth Sense is easily his best film.
Signs. That's what I was talking about. It was Signs and Sixth Sense.
I didn't know those were connected.
No, not connected.
Oh,
They're
you're just saying
just both.
okay,
elements. He was firing off on those ones.
Yeah. No,
You
Sixth
think
Sense.
you think Six Senses is better?
Easy.
Yes, to you?
Easy.
Over the side.
Easy.
Devil was mine. But like for him tapping in there, he like Sixth Sense isn't hard. It was definitely.
But I'm just saying, just in general, that twist at the end.
Yeah. But I love the twist at the end of Devil too.
But no, it wasn't a better. I don't think it was a better twist than that Sixth Sense twist.
But the devil was so good because it was literally just an elevator movie.
Well, and
Devil got in the elevator.
And the reason why
I'll give you
listen
that.
here, I agree with Didge, but I understand what you're saying.
I do understand what you're saying.
The reason why I understand what you're saying is I'm at the height of fuck M. Night Shyamalan movies. So I watched it wanting to hate it.
Yeah.
And I said, shit.
You can't hate it. You could not hate it, fam. Like, Devil was really good to me, fam. Like, and it was at the end when it really ended and the walk off, I'm like, bro, he definitely fooled me.
Yeah.
Like, and I think if he got praised for that, I think that's where he really probably tried to start just throwing shit out there.
That came out after everything.
That was probably like 12 years ago, bro. Devil was one of his newest ones.
Yeah, Devil was probably.
Was it?
Yeah.
That was like 12 years ago.
That's what it is. Yeah, it was like one of his newest ones,
see.
bro. Devil came out in the 2000s for sure.
Yeah, I want to say 2000.
But I thought Happening on that came out in 2001 as well.
No, that came out early 2000s.
Actually.
Devil came out probably like 2010? 11 maybe?
Hell no.
I'm going to say 6.
2010.
Was it?
Yeah.
But like I said, that was after The Village. That was after.
That was after all that.
That was after Last Airbender. That was after.
Because if it was after science stuff, I wouldn't have this hate. It was when I had
so he got a win with Devil after all that happened because Happening all that shit was.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't talk the devil up like that either.
They don't. Because people still don't watch it. You hate him. So a lot of people still
didn't direct
it.
Devil. I didn't know that.
He didn't direct it?
Mm-hmm.
He just
He produced it.
Ah.
That's probably why it was that good then. Unfortunately.
I mean, he can't fuck up a one-scene movie.
I mean, we didn't even know the list.
No, he wrote it. He wrote it though.
Oh, he wrote it.
He did write it.
Directed? Okay.
I just
watched Old.
Yeah, I know.
We
You
talk
talk
about
about
that.
Yeah. Fourth Kind, that was me because so for me the same reaction that we had for Blair Witch, I had that for Fourth Kind because one, what I thought was genius about Fourth Kind was it was the retelling of somebody's true events of being abducted by aliens. And it was weaving in actual footage from his therapy sessions.
Yeah, I did that.
And I thought that it was chilling. It was like one of those things like, yo, this is crazy. Because it was kind of like it was like paranormal activity.
Yeah, it made it like it really happening.
Yeah, no, that shit.
The first paranormal activity was scary as a bitch to me too. Like, but that kind of like I was talking about how the alien.
Are we done with the list?
No.
Oh, okay.
We just.
It's tangent in between all of the lists.
Because I've only heard like 2 of mine.
You like where my movies at?
Where my movies at?
That's because you want to talk about it. That's where my movies at.
Cold Skin, that was yours, right?
Yeah.
What the heck is
Did
Cold
I
Skin?
put Cold Skin on there?
Yep.
Damn, see, I could have changed something else.
And then Rosemary Baby, I think that was yours.
That was me.
That was,
what the fuck is Cold Skin about?
Cold Skin is about these dudes that live in a lighthouse and this amphibian like
I was like, well, I don't know what the fuck that creature is.
Of the water.
Like a
and starts interacting.
Like Creature in the Blue Lagoon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Creature in the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, but it's like a humanoid, but what you don't know, there's like a shit ton of them.
Mm-hmm.
And like she's nice to these dudes.
Yep.
One in particular, but the rest of the thousands of them, like they ain't having that shit. Like
It's Aquaman.
They every night.
It's
Hey,
Aquaman.
for like a month straight.
It's Shape of Water, but it's Shape of Water. The nigga and Matt got plenty brothers.
Bro, every night these motherfuckers will come out and terrorize these people in this fucking lighthouse. The man,
I have
just
it's a
the man,
wild ass movie, dog.
yeah, the 2 men, like they would get caught terrorized every night, and they come in waves, like World War Z waves,
That
like
shit was
fucking them up.
That was a wild ass.
It was entertaining until one of the guys tried to rape the girl. Fucking.
This came out in 2017.
Yeah.
This is a recent film.
Yeah, I ain't never heard of this.
Yeah. I be looking for them obscure
It's
joints.
a French.
I don't even know how I ended up watching
It's
it.
in English though. It's in English.
Wait, maybe you talked about it before.
Maybe.
I'm gonna give a story you talking about.
If it came out in 2017,
Wait,
if it came out in 2017, we would have been doing this podcast. So you may have said something, and I may have watched it off of that.
Like maybe you should watch. Maybe when you originally first watched it,
We're about to hit our 4th year, right?
Yeah.
When?
We in the fourth year.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we
we were podcasting.
Yeah, so you might, because I know I watched it.
You may have recommended it or something.
I know I for sure watched it. I just don't know how or why.
Probably.
Yeah,
probably. Or I mentioned it.
So Rosemary Baby was
that was mine.
Was Didge. Terrifier. That was Terrifier was Liv.
Everybody that love horror movies gotta watch. was
that?
fucking terrifying.
Nas, bro.
What
Hey!
did you share?
I just went to my IG. I just went
Send
to my
it to
IG.
me. What
Dog, Nas out here acting a
As
fool.
Richard Pryor.
That's Nas' website?
Nas as Richard Pryor,
Nas
bro.
on Instagram.
I mean, but who's
Instagram.
page? Nas
You can
page?
probably go to
Nas
his.
page, yeah.
Did you chose Fear Street, the trilogy?
Yeah, because I couldn't choose one.
No,
And I
it
was
ain't on
watching
his shit. It ain't on his.
Oh no, this
okay,
is
this Richard. Okay.
this is like a Richard Pryor page.
Oh.
Yeah, cause I'm a fan of Richard Pryor.
Hilarious. Yeah, I cheated with the Fear Street.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
But
I
no,
couldn't
it's good.
pick.
I mean, the Fear Street trilogy was good.
Yeah, you can't pick. Yeah, Fear Street. You should. You can't pick
watch
one.
one.
You gotta
But
watch it.
originally, I was like, 1986. No, yeah, 1986 was my favorite. No,
But it doesn't matter.
No,
It doesn't matter. 'Cause
78
you can't
was
pick.
my
When you
favorite
tell somebody to watch that one, you
you.
watch
That's what
that
it
one.
was. The 78 was definitely my favorite of the three.
The camp one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
Camp one was outrageous.
you can't. I can't just tell somebody
Yeah.
just to watch that. Fuck
The
you.
camp one was fire.
Yeah. Jeepers Creepers. I think that was me.
Yeah, that was you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fucking love Jeepers. That's one of my favorite
The first one is definitely
favorite horror
is a-
monsters.
yeah.
I just love them.
I'm mad that was three. Was it three? The last one they did?
Yeah,
Or-
3 was the last one they
and
did.
they
Two
kinda
I was
like-
okay with. I was okay with 2 on the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was okay with 2.
3 wasn't good.
Three was when they
I
went
think
down.
they're
That was, and I
supposed
think that was the rebirth when it was like,
I think
years.
they're supposed to reboot it
They're
again.
supposed to reboot it again. The Gate. I think that was yours. Liv.
That
Yeah, that was
was,
lit.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's,
I mean,
that
Gate-
is my
Gate is-
favorite
Gate is
dog. That
like,
shit
that like
terrifies me.
honestly.
Oh, it's coming
And
out.
I think this is the oldest movie that's on that list.
Or it's coming out end of the month.
No, Exorcist would be.
Who? Oh yeah, because 1978. I think that's when
Yeah.
that movie came
Like
out.
I was, but Gate. I can't like we all saying like y'all remember. I can't really remember my first horror movie.
I can't
Gate-
remember mine either.
It's the first movie that really scared me.
Bro,
Like-
when the
like-
eye, when
yes,
you had
that-
to stab the
Because
eye.
it was a kid. It was
That-
being a kid left
yeah.
at home.
I know what my first horror movie
Yep,
was.
So,
and the kid was getting fucked up,
Yeah.
and
Like,
you're
so
a
that
kid,
was,
like
that was me. Like so, like I can't really remember. Like I said, my first, but I remember Gate because I remember being that age, and I did have that parent that left me at home and shit like that. So like that shit threw me. I'm like, nigga, I got to defend myself. My mama like,
Ron
no,
was
like,
digging
So
holes.
similar to that, my first horror movie was Children of the Corn, and I just remember like saying like, oh shit, like dog, like wait,
Children of the Corn. I only watched the first one.
Me
And
too.
Children of the Corn made me just not fuck with white kids.
Yeah,
Like it had me like y'all are some other
you
shit.
did not
Like,
want to go through
like
the
mama,
country.
like
The only reason I remember mine was actually because I snuck and watched. I wasn't allowed to.
Really?
And you had to tape. So I'm watching this shit. No, I was
yeah, I
terrified.
can't even. That's
I
what I
was
really can't
terrified.
remember. Like my childhood just was filled with horror movies, but I just can't remember what was my first one.
Martyrs, that was yours too.
Yep. Y'all ever see that?
Mm-mm.
That's a French horror movie.
Yeah, no, that one I don't think I see.
Yeah,
That
I never
one was weird as shit.
Yeah, you like the international shit.
Yeah, I love international horror.
Hey,
Dog, this one,
international horror
and
is good.
Martyrs,
shit.
Martyrs at the
there's
end,
coke
I
down
don't
here.
remember shit about the story like that. But in the
Nobody
end,
touched it?
I remember a fucking.
Fucking did we grown men did today? You like it?
What?
Look at me on camera looking goofy, nigga. Like, niggas watch drinks too. Like, oh, Ron the one grabbing coke. Ain't nobody out here drinking no coke. Like, I'm like,
Nobody's fucking with the
yeah,
coke.
they're trying to kick me. Like, you get some coke over here. Like,
Hey, I was.
He trying to get you to take
yeah,
some
like,
coke.
I'm like, nobody drinking no ice cream. Nobody bring the coke
Dude
out.
just
So I'm
kicked
like,
it over to me like, in case y'all need some.
right. I'm like, I ain't seen nobody bring no coke out. I'm like, no.
Hey, Deuce don't even got coke in his shit.
Right, that's why I asked. I'm like, y'all got coke in y'all? He was like, no. I'm like, well, nigga, what's your message to me? I did it. Like, we here.
I was just trying to be
I've been slipping. We chilling.
Night of the Creeps, I think that was.
That was a
my
That
group.
was
No,
like a
that
group.
was a group selection.
Yeah, that was a group selection.
The
United,
Ring.
which I'm
Group
hold on.
selection.
United Creeps.
I didn't select the ring. I would have voted against
United
that.
Creeps.
You got outvoted. That's what happened.
Was that one?
Probably.
United Creeps is 80s, right? That's
Yeah. That's them little slugs and shit
Yeah.
that was
So, yeah,
getting
United
people.
Creeps.
That was getting them.
United
people.
Creeps was probably the first movie that creeped me out.
That was-
Because
that
it
got
called,
voted.
like,
That got
even being
voted.
called creeps, like this little slithering,
The
all that
little
shit,
slithery things.
and the fact that it was like going in your mouth
Man.
and turning you, like that was the first movie where I was like, bro, this is really fucking nasty. Like so it's like Night of the Creeps has always been in my top because of that, like that creep factor really. It was a great name
There's a
to
horror.
really that kind of movie. Like it was a great, and Slither, of course, mimicked that shit years later.
Yeah,
And
Slither was dope.
Slither was
Alright.
fucking dope.
I like
I'm
Slither.
having a blank. I'm gonna need y'all to help me. What is there's a movie, old horror movie, 80s, maybe early 90s, and the villain or the monster has like a black tongue sticks down your throat and then it turns you or something like that. But it's like green and black and slimy. What the fuck am I thinking? What the fuck
Are you
am I
thinking
thinking
of
of?
Species
Species.
with the girl?
Yeah.
Oh, with the girl. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
'Cause I was thinking.
Species was also hard for me to be caught hard.
Bro,
'cause
if
it
you
was
watch
really
Species
just like,
again, it does not age well. Forrest Whitaker is the trashiest.
is it Lazy Eye Force or regular Eye Force?
Lazy Eye Force, but he's an empath. His empath is the trashiest empath.
Did you talk about that?
I think I did,
Okay.
yeah. He
That's
literally
what
just
I'm
walked
saying.
in. Like, it could be like this, right? And you walk in, like, somebody knocked down a Coke bottle. Like, nigga's right there. Like, what are you talking about? Like it's so trash.
I gotta watch Species.
I watched it, I was like, no, this is horrible, dog. This shit did not,
Forrest Whitaker. Hey, Forrest Whitaker honestly was the Lakeith Stanfield of our time. I'm saying that live right now. Forrest Whitaker is the Lakeith Stanfield of our generation.
I know we gotta finish that list, but I need you to
Yeah.
explain.
Like, fam, everything that this nigga had, Forrest Whitaker has been through his life doing some of the most obscure like roles. And,
Facts, dog.
and he's always given a character or like his acting methods has always been in this kind of like unorthodox kind of core. Like he had ones we can be regular, which Lakeith has as well. You know what I'm saying? Like in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? But if you let the nigga be you, like, hey, do what you want, like this the character, embody him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Embody him. Like
you tell him one thing, he take it to the street, like, okay, he got a peg leg. All right, I got it.
yeah, like
And then he here with it.
like I mean, I would really. My thing is really hard for me because I definitely want to talk about this a little bit more, and I would bring it up. I'm gonna bring it up again. I'm gonna give you some research and bring it up again.
Okay.
Please do. Yeah, come back
Because
with this.
I really want to pinpoint some movies that really would mimic what.
Please do.
Because I can't off the top of my head,
Shit.
but when you think
That's
of
another
Forrest
one.
Whitaker,
I'm mad I didn't put that on. Mimic was good to me.
but
you
when
like
you think
Mimic?
about Forrest Whitaker, if you really just if you just really visualize Forrest Whitaker and his acting and things he's done, like even if you think about Ghost Dog, you think Lakeith wouldn't do Ghost Dog if a nigga gave him that role? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I want you to flesh that out. I want to hear this.
Ghost dog, bro.
So the Ring we put on there, and Liv disagreed with the Ring, but I thought the Ring was good. I
like the Ring.
I like
the
the Ring a lot.
The Ring is
of
the
it,
Ring
the
is great
impact.
placement on the list for Japanese horror.
Well,
also
also the impact that it had. That probably that immediately became one of the most parodied moments in.
Not even that though, but it really
horror.
opened just like as much as we talk about like how anime came to America and all that. Like Ring was like the blockbuster that kind of bring Japanese horror.
Yeah, because after that we got what was the
But
other
that
one?
was The Grudge.
The Grudge.
But they're all American remakes.
But the Ring came first, and then the Grudge came.
Yeah, like
after.
they were remaking.
They're all American remakes.
Yeah, they are.
So.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying.
Ring or Ringu, which is the Japanese one, both were good.
Both of them were good to me, man.
Ringu was better.
Ringu definitely was
Yeah,
better.
of course.
And then
Ringu's always gonna be better.
and then lastly, Final Destination.
I think.
Bro,
Is it really horror or is it just shock slash?
horror.
No, Final Destination is terrifying.
That's horror,
Bro.
bro.
Well,
Bro,
I mean, when you get this
Final Destination
you know who is really terrifying for a motherfucker with
Us.
high anxiety?
No.
Because you get to thinking like, I'm about to be on this plane. Like,
That was me.
You got to think.
No, let me tell the
like,
story. Let me tell the story because dog, we had the bright idea to watch the first Final Destination while we was in Florida. The night before we had to come back home. The night before. I'm talking about family. As a whole family, we watched. We was down there for Disney.
It's probably a good like 15, 20 of us. We don't have
Right.
a huge family.
Huge family. Went out to Disney
And we
the
watched
night
it the night
before.
before.
Literally.
And I'm like, bro, what?
Like not even like the night, not even like the date. Like literally the night before, we had to wake up at like 6 in the morning to go to the airplane.
Fam, the plane, when the
Oh.
plane exploded, I'm like, bro.
The stress of God.
And then think about it this way. You may, I don't know, a little may be different. But till this day, if you are on the freeway and you see a truck with the logs,
Yeah,
you,
I'm on
you change the lane.
Right, change lanes.
Right.
Don't fuck with them
It's
shit.
shake
So that's what I mean.
But
Terrifying.
to my
honestly, that
defense,
shit make
you
you
can
say,
see that
like-
shit now happen in regular life on the internet because it has happened.
Well, but
Like,
before
dogs
this,
and shit come
Yeah, I
out.
seen that.
but this was before.
But yes, before
But
hell
also,
yeah.
like that shit just made me get cautious behind any truck.
Yeah.
That seemed like the shit might be loose.
Because
in the
I
back.
forgot which one it was, 3 or 4. But remember when
Hold
old boy?
on, that's not.
Oh shit! What the hell?
It's literally just. I think when you hit it, you might accidentally hit it.
Yeah, my bad. We didn't lose a lot.
Oh.
We just lost what you were saying.
Whatever you were
I
just
was just
saying.
gonna try. I was trying to.
I got it.
I was about to try to turn you down. And I accidentally.
Yeah, it was literally whatever you were just about to say.
Tell me when you're ready.
No, we've been back.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we just back
No, because
on.
I was gonna say I forgot if it was 3 or 4 or one of those, but when old boy was sitting in the drive-through and he was stuck between the car and the other car, and then the thing,
Oh yeah,
things
I think that was 3. Yeah.
Oh, like you said, anything.
It was
they got anything loose on your truck, or even if it's tied up, I'm like, I'm gonna stay back a little
Yeah,
bit.
it really like, bro. I'm gonna be truthfully honest with you. Any water get close to a socket, I freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like anything, like I look at sockets and like even like my like,
Yeah,
the extension cord.
They use a lot of realistic probabilities.
Yes,
like,
bro. Like
that
even
was
like
the-
I
the
still
worst
remember.
part.
Like
You see
I
stuff
remember
hanging on the shelf?
when old
Yeah.
girl got when the computer blow up on her, like she was trying to fix it, like and drop the coffee. I'm like, bro, that could really happen.
Like if
Like,
let's say if this shelf was above us and they had like not the stand, but let's say they had something that can roll. Because remember,
nigga, we just had a problem with the Zetsu.
You know what?
Like,
I gotta tell you this.
That motherfucker just drop on your ass.
I gotta tell you this wild story, bro. When I was younger in Puerto Rico, dog, my grandfather, he had a little hatchet he used to walk around with. He's hit that shit like on one of them shelves that we have.
Mhm.
He ducked under it to go get something. That motherfucker spun. Hatchet landed right dead smack in the middle of his dome and got stuck, bro.
What? He said he did what with it? Hold on, he did what with
He
it?
took the hatchet.
I'm glad you asked.
He
I was lost when he looked.
Yeah, that's how I know y'all ain't country folk. Because he used to do this in the mountains. He just had his hatchet. You know, he had shelves like
Right.
I like on the inside of his house, just like this, and he took
Yeah.
a hatchet and he just
That's how
hit it on the corner. That's how you just
That's
hold
how
it
it is.
Oh,
instead
you
of
put it on
setting
the
it
wall.
on
That's
top.
what I was saying. I
Right.
didn't understand what you were saying. Okay,
It
so
bounced
he's
back?
really,
No,
it just happened to come
and
out.
he got it there. He went down, started grabbing some stuff. That motherfucker slipped from its notch and came bam,
Dog.
like the blade stuck him right here, dog, right in the middle of
And
his
they
dome.
can, that's one of those ones that you gotta take it to the hospital like that because you can't just take it out.
Dog, he was ready to take that bitch out. He was just screaming like, I need some help!
I don't even
Like,
know.
pulling his hair
I
and
don't
shit.
even know.
Like-
Like, bro, that shit got my nerves back. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know. Like,
So,
I don't
so
even-
that was on
that-
this, man. Like I said, it was just.
I always thought, I'm sorry, I just had to say,
Oh, I
I
thought
always
you was done.
thought,
Sorry about that.
I am, but I just had to say, I always thought, like, the motherfucker was immortal after that.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, who the fuck? I'm like, this is the
He took a
hardest
hatchet to
motherfucker
the
I
head,
know.
dog.
He took a hatchet to the head. He's
He's the most
That
badass
was-
person I
Hey,
know.
Hey,
Did you ever
don't want to take a hatchet too?
Did it pierce the skull? Did you
No,
ever actually like?
you don't want to take your hatchet too?
What's that, dude?
You don't want to take a hatchet to your balls.
Oh, no.
Imagine you trying to shave your balls with a hatchet.
They
That would
get
not be
moved.
fun. You can lose a testicle.
No, he said it probably wouldn't be fun.
They probably did that back in the days.
I'm sure they did that back in the
That's
day.
how they shave their beards.
They just changed their
No,
beard.
they probably did. They probably just let
I
that shit
don't
grow.
think they really shaved their balls with the hatchet.
Well,
That would be devastating.
Well, this, well,
I don't.
Luckily, they don't gotta do. We don't
don't
do
have
that
to do
anymore.
I think they was hoping that like we don't have to. I hope I'll never have to shave my balls with a hatchet.
Nope.
And we
And
like,
you know what? We don't have to, thanks to Manscaped, because support for Geekset is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best below-the-waist grooming champions of the world.
The world.
the world.
Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. They also just launched their 4th-generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. That ain't a hatchet. Yeah, you heard that right. It is the 4.0. Join over 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off worldwide and free shipping
Free shipping.
with the code
Geekset20.
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 Again, use that code GeekSet20
Geekset20.
at manscaped.com. And let me tell y'all, I used it again.
Hey, I don't keep it a bean, bro.
Use it. Hey.
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 I used the guard
Hold
this
on,
time.
Let's get it.
I used
Get your shit off.
Hey, you go and then I'm go.
I used the guard this time, and it
We
didn't
may
make,
use it.
it
I want to hear
it
this.
made a world of difference. It wasn't, I didn't get the ooh, that's different this time.
Look, man, I have used it, but I just can't tell you about the experiences after using it. After using it.
Liv had some nights.
Yeah.
No, it was great to use. You know, I was gone throughout the whole day. Come back feeling fresh.
Fam.
Fam, the deodorant is
That's what I was about to say.
The deodorant.
The ball deodorant is.
I use the clippers on just on the sack. Just on the sack.
in your life.
Because that's how I had to hold it when I shaved. You know what I'm saying?
You can take your balls off.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
that
I
would
tell
be
you,
uncomfortable.
I'm still amazed on how smooth my I am like, I have never in my entire life thought my skin would feel like this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the first time I was definitely still a little worried. Like you hear
Right,
the
you
skin,
still worried about the
you still hear the skin say, you still like, you know what?
It says the little Nick
because
technology.
it's my balls.
Yeah,
It's my balls, bro. It's my
And so,
balls.
the
And
second
it's a
time,
buzz. Like, nigga, this shit buzz
Right.
on my balls. Like,
so, but then it's like the second time you got a little bit more confidence with it. You're like, all right, I see what they mean. No Nick technology.
I'm salty. I'm shocked that you already on the second time. Like, I'm still
Good.
good, nigga. You on the second, like, boy, you growing like a goddamn Niagara. Rainforest.
Because I did the first time was literally the day you got it. Like I got it that day, and I was like, oh yeah.
But I mean, you went to the skins. I was like, you already got to go back in.
It just got a little harder than I wanted to, so I put that guard on.
Fam, I get it.
But like I said,
Real maintenance now. Like real maintenance.
Right,
that ball
Like,
deodorant for sure works.
Yeah.
body. You shave it?
Oh yeah, I think I
That's
did
what
the
I'm
whole
saying.
thing.
Shave with the when you like slap it in the body odor after the shave. The first time, like when I shaved and I slapped the body odor after that, and I threw the drawers on.
Oh yeah.
With that, like the whole.
I ordered some more drawers.
Yeah, I gotta order.
I definitely gotta order some more.
I ordered
some
3 pack.
more. Like I said, them motherfuckers really do feel like angel hands pulling your pants, like pulling your drawers up on you. Like when you pull them up, it's like I just immediately they just disappear. Like I don't even feel like I got drawers on.
Yeah.
But that combined with body odor, combined with manscaping, like actually cutting, trimming, getting that hair, getting that smooth skin.
Yeah. And
look, bro,
the toner.
taking your balls to the salon.
Also,
nigga,
one thing about it, that toner, it's a manly smell.
Yeah.
Because the toner, at first I didn't like, because I'm like, I smell like somebody daddy.
Yeah.
Like you smell like somebody fucking daddy, but it was like
Got my hog in there.
Right. It's a very manly smell, man. I fuck with Manscaped heavily, man. Like,
Yeah, I do too. I do
I'm
too.
definitely, like I
So-
said, I definitely didn't think I was gonna need these kind of things in my life, but at the age I am, it's definitely good to know that I'm taking care of myself in a way
Hey, man.
that can shock a woman. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like what?
You
like,
What, you manscaped?
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like okay, like I did say, she's like, this different. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I
Like,
turned on them buttons.
it's
Oh,
different.
but you know that's coming next.
Well, you heard you
Pause.
get your 20% off and free shipping too with the code Geekset20
Geekset20
at manscaped.com. Again, that is 20% off and free shipping with the code Geekset20
Geekset20.
at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence. Always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped.
On what?
So I did want to, you can spoil it for. I wanted to hear what you have to say about O.
But old, okay.
Oh yes,
Oh?
because
Yeah,
Yo,
that's last night.
I already know about it. Rock already gave me the.
You watched it?
You can
yeah,
spoil it.
she watched it.
because your statuses ran the gamut. Because the first one I'm like, oh, I might check it out. Then I saw I think it was your next one. I'm like,
Yeah,
I think it might have reversed.
You went like this.
Yeah,
No,
I was like-
at first you was like, all right, I'm gonna check it out. Then you was like, what the hell? And then you like,
Then you got back good.
Yeah, then you got back good. Like,
And the last one made me seem like, oh, I don't know. I want to hear.
It was M Night to True and True.
That's what I heard, bro.
So that's what it was.
That's what
when
I
I
heard.
first watched it, that was my first part. So like watching this,
Yep.
this is definitely M Night,
Yep.
and not in a good way.
Yep.
That's
Yeah, okay, that was
that's
the
my
first,
first
yeah.
part. And I was reading, I'm like, I'm watching it like it's literally like bunch of people like there's some fucking Willy Wonka. Nigga
Yeah.
won passes to a free trip to an island to kind of like whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's how they got to the island?
Yeah.
I watched the pitch meeting, so I know.
I didn't watch
Yeah.
any of it, but like I said,
Yeah.
please
So
spoil it. I might not
they
watch
get
it.
to the island and just like within seconds, like just shit, just you know, people just accelerating. I think the first thing that happened was if I can remember, it wasn't the kids yet. It was I cannot
Was it
remember.
the pregnancy?
No, didn't they bump into some dead bodies and then somebody popped up on them or something like that? I'm trying to remember what happened in the pitch meeting because I know that they were swimming, the kids were swimming, and then they seen a dead body.
That happened, but it was I think what it was. I think it was a dude that was kind of going. That's what it was.
Ah, okay.
It was one of the dudes on the island because they didn't know why they was only going. Like they got this island and they got left. Like pretty much got dumped off. You know what I'm saying? They like, but it's nothing there. So they freaking out. They acting, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are we even here? What's kind of going on? Kind of shit, whatever. And one dude started kind of like repeating shit. Like, you thought he was having like Alzheimer's or whatever. Like he kind of like was like in like he was supposed to be like a doctor or something. And I feel like I'm butchering this because I really don't remember it again. That's when I really didn't care for the movie. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I knew. Oh, like the story kind of gave you. Like even the trailers, like you knew this they finna get older.
Was that the big twist?
Yeah, no. The twist was.
There's a difference.
I was gonna say, really, that's all. I was gonna say, really, that's all I care about. I want to know what the twist was.
The twist was that literally this island. It really was something with this
island. It was manufactured, like people. Somebody was doing it.
But the pharmaceutical company was sending people here to, because what happened on this island is like whatever's wrong with you is accelerated. To the highest degree.
So that lady, like they showed in the trailer, the lady was pregnant. Was she pregnant at the beginning already?
No.
So how the hell did she get pregnant? Like,
what started really happening the first time, I think it might have been the kids was the first thing.
Okay.
Because what happened was the kids kind of wandered off.
I'm reading.
Oh, you're reading it now?
They was playing hide and seek, and then they discovered.
And when they came back, niggas like, who the fuck is y'all? Like, hey,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
they showed that in the trailer. I didn't know if that was literally the scene though.
Yeah. So it made it weird because it was like none of the actual parents aged. Like didn't like accelerate or anything like that. But their condition, if they had an issue,
right,
that accelerated.
Okay, so the lady was probably like first couple weeks pregnant.
Yeah. So what it was like, no. So what it was like I said, these were the two these were like toddlers.
Yeah.
They grew up, and within a couple minutes,
she was one of the girls.
They turned into like teenagers.
Oh, so she was the one who got.
Yeah. So
the
two teenagers who just met themselves as little kids. Like, of course, that bond, they still think in their mind they're kids. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And for some reason, I guess they had some random attraction and just had sex. And then it came out.
Yeah, this movie seemed like too much.
Like, and then it came out, and then within minutes, they kind of, like, one of those things, like, something else happened. Then they came back, and this motherfucker just big bump. Like, they like, what the fuck going on? Like,
from the way the trailer looked, I thought it was, like, I didn't know if it was just, like, just 4 people or however. It seemed like it was a bunch of people at the island.
Yeah,
I'm like, one of the random ladies, she was just got, and I'm like, did they show this?
No, it was a kid.
So it was like what it was like, all these people were treated with whatever condition they had, whether it be, I think it was like Alzheimer's and epilepsy, and that's what it was. Someone did go into like epileptic like shock or something, like on like immediately or whatever. Like they didn't know why it happened, whatever, and people started talking about their condition. Like everybody realized like we got some kind of condition while we here, whether it be cancer, whether it be something, and that's what they kind of figured that comment, whatever. But while it's like what it was is one of those where this shit happening so much because everything's accelerating.
The reveal is fucked up, but I actually like the reveal.
I liked the reveal.
The last paragraph of the reveal, it's a fucked up thing that the government may fuck around and do.
You do, yeah. Like they would literally do it.
What they do? I'm
not.
I
want to finish. No, I'm just saying like so I mean yeah like so the like this, I'm just really gonna get. I don't want to get into the whole story, but it's like that's when the twist pretty much was that people were giving everybody these golden tickets to go to this island because it accelerates issues with them, but they were using them as sensitive. Like they give you medicine, they're trying to see how fast it works.
And so the twist is that this pharmaceutical company, they in order to get lifetime trials, like they want to see how the impact of this happens within a lifetime. So they're spiking your drink so that way you can live and die within a day. And so now they got all this research. We got a lifetime.
Yeah, like you literally lasted a day on the island
because of this day.
Yeah, you lasted a day on the island. So it's like
that's fucked up.
So it's like
that's fucked up.
So the M Night shit was like you on this island, but the whole movie's watching everybody freaking out and people just accelerating.
It's a good premise, but I feel like he fucked
Why were they dying in the day?
Because every condition they had was accelerating.
That's what I said. If you have asthma,
why?
Just because it's the island, they were like
the island accelerates.
So the only like supernatural thing about it was this island accelerates like your life by a day. Like
so, like so if you went to the hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah. So if you had asthma, they are giving you a drug that let's say to treat your asthma.
Why would they take motherfuckers there to begin with?
Because
it's
a pharmaceutical company. So let's say if you had, I got it.
Yeah.
You got asthma, right? So I got this drug, and I need to figure out how it's going to impact you within your life if it's going to be successful.
Oh,
so
I get it. They test dummies.
They test dummies, yeah. So in order for me to get a lifetime trial, you know what? I'm gonna spike your drink, put you on this island, give you this drug, and see if it.
You see what happens. Like we did on that episode.
Wow.
So it's like the movie literally like you thinking about this whole crash, people going to this island, don't know what the fuck going on, but it really was like, nigga, we go and take a Willy Wonka y'all ass to this island because we test the fucking product we just gave y'all.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds
That
trash.
sounds like a lot.
Like I said,
But it sounds like
The only thing that made it, like, the only thing that kind of, like, the escalation of it was, like, one dude, because they said in this movie, like, we can't keep mixing, like, people with actual health conditions and people with mental conditions. Because the nigga had a mental condition, he got to killing niggas. Like, so that's where the show, for a moment, it was like, okay, what we got going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas stabbing niggas, they don't do this nigga, like, this nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like, so, like, that's where they upped the notch for a minute, and I was like, so that's what made it worse. Like, when they finally did the reveal, it was like, we can't keep mixing everybody together, because that's gonna fuck up the results. And that's why I'm like, that nigga had mental issues. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was Alzheimer's that accelerated so fast that he killed niggas and like, I don't know who the fuck you are. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck are you? And just started, like, going ham on the niggas, like, so like.
I got a question, and then we're gonna go and break after this question. Because now that made me think about something. So we're talking about M. Night and his twist. Do y'all have a favorite horror movie director?
Wes Craven.
You got one?
Honestly, it's a tie because like I said, I'm on my Candyman fix now. So Clive Barker actually is fucking cold.
Clive Barker is.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Clive Barker may be one.
Clive Barker actually is cold. Like I said, the fact that like I said, for me having my Candyman fix, realizing that he made this movie in a way that Clive Barker made this movie and it's really a black person going against like really like what it is, like the whole like white folks going against like the whole wrongful death of black people, and he made it back then.
So Clive Barker had Candyman, It, Nightbreed.
Yeah,
he did direct Candyman too? I thought he just wrote it.
Meat Train. Have you ever seen Meat Train?
I feel like I did.
Meat Train, wild, bro.
I feel like I did, but I can't remember.
I've seen Meat Train is wild.
He didn't direct it.
He's the producer
He just produced
Candyman. So who the fuck directed it?
But he did Books of Blood?
He did do Books
Oh my
of
God,
Blood.
I forgot about that fucking
Books of
movie.
Blood. Yeah, Books of
I'm
Blood.
gonna have to watch that shit.
It was a short story that he had wrote, which is that whole entire series, the Books of Blood. Those are the 6 of them.
He gotta stop doing
Candyman was the
Hellraiser
story in the
stuff.
Books of Blood, right?
Clive Barker, you gotta stop doing Hellraiser movies though, bro.
Hellraiser was fucking cold.
Bro,
was.
He's
Hey.
made one all the way up to 2018, dog. Like
He did.
I
I didn't know he was still making all of them.
He is still.
But the beginning.
But why you ain't on John Carpenter for all this Halloweens?
I am.
Oh, okay.
I'm sick of Halloween. Like,
okay, I was
like Michael
that
Myers.
nigga
Michael Myers.
I
Okay.
didn't know he had a 2018.
First Halloween movie. Okay, obviously a classic. And the second and third ones, we can rock with those. The fourth.
H2O, you gotta take 2.
Yes, you do. God damn. Thank you. I forgot about H2O.
I don't know if you gotta
Yes,
take
you do.
it.
Yes, you
H2O,
do.
wait. Is H2O the one with Buster?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. You got to.
Yes,
You got to
You
include
have to take
H2O.
that. Hey, Buster survived. Buster survived Michael Myers.
He did.
I get that applause, especially because I was a black man surviving. They don't do that a lot in horror.
Not even that, they showed a full square
I
battle,
know.
nigga,
But
like he
still,
survived.
On the real, he fought
I
Michael.
give
He
you that
fought
too.
Michael. Hey, Busta Rhymes with no verses off of that alone. Like, he ain't no rapper
Busta
survived
Rhymes
a
was the
horror
first
movie.
one nigga just played it till and be Michael Myers and be like, nigga, this is it. Like,
But LL Cool J was in the one after that, right? Or is it the same movie?
No,
no, he was the one after that.
LL Cool J is
You don't gotta take that one either.
You kind of got to
You
take
don't gotta
that
take
one.
that
He
one.
survived it too.
You don't gotta take
He
it.
did.
Y'all
He
did.
did.
Y'all
But how
did.
did he fought? He didn't fight Michael.
He
though.
shot him.
He
He
shot
was
him.
that weak ass security, remember?
Yeah,
Y'all literally said we gotta take just like no. You
But
don't gotta
right
take
there-
that.
Because niggas don't survive these.
That's
Hey,
wrong.
man.
Hey, I gotta explain, like, these movies came out during a weird time in horror.
Yeah.
And that's what makes these two
No, I seen them
so
both when they- I
classic.
seen them both
I
when they
completely
came out.
forgot, because this is around the same time that 13 Ghosts came out.
Yeah.
It's the same time
Oh,
Freddy
they
vs.
put
Jason.
rap niggas in movies.
Yes.
Rap niggas
I
was
saw-
doing it in the
I saw
movies.
both-
And
I saw
only
both.
horror though.
Yes.
I
Only
saw both
horror.
when they came out.
Like after LL did what's the water? Deep Blue Sea. Nigga,
nigga, we stood up. Hey, it was.
Ghost Star
Hold on.
Ice Cube.
Hold on. There was.
And nigga, I started to in the
see Deep Blue Sea. It was the hood, nigga. When that happened, we all stood up and applauded. Only niggas in the theater applauded was us black folks in their pocket, like, yeah!
Like, bro, like, that was a time where black people were surviving horror movies.
I know.
Man.
I was there for that.
And they weren't even in the goddamn league.
Yeah,
It'll still be somebody else, but it's like, who?
Bro,
Like, you will see, like, I remember when LL and Michael Myers, he called his girl, like, baby, I'm finna come home. I'm finna come home.
And then wait,
this shit is out of control.
But the fight between Busta Rhymes and Michael Myers.
She was
You know what she did last summer?
Yeah, I know what she did. Was
Like,
it was she the first one or the second one?
I think she was in first. I think she
It still count.
She died.
Oh,
She
yeah,
didn't survive.
She didn't survive.
She literally
Yeah,
had
you're right,
a
we're talking about
cameo
I was
appearance.
just talking about black people in black artists in there.
But Busta Rhymes fighting Michael Myers
Yeah.
in that house with his dread
And my thing-
swinging.
and my thing is
With
like,
his
yeah,
dread
with his dread-
swinging.
When the house on
And
fire,
he
too. When the house on fire,
Hey,
they
it was
thinking
on
they
fire.
put this nigga in.
He
He
was
was
on
in a
fire.
fucking. They put this nigga in a fucking wrestling match.
I
Like,
was there. I saw it. I saw it.
You
I watched
can't-
it. I watched it when it first came out.
like, bro.
But I don't
So,
know if you should have to.
James Wan.
Yes, you gotta accept it.
James Wan is up there too.
James Wan does.
James Wan.
James Wan.
Ari Aster does a lot of good.
That's Conjuring and all that stuff, right?
Yep, he did Conjuring. He did Insidious.
But I feel like that's
He did Malignant.
That's weird. That's like newer. I feel like that's like newer.
That's not Ari
Yeah.
Aster's also newer.
Annabelle, the Nun. Like,
Yeah, I still got. I have to wait on calling him GOAT because
I didn't say
have
go.
to see.
I didn't say go. I
Oh,
just
yeah,
said
you
go.
know,
say
but
your
up there,
favorite.
I have to see how his movies are aging.
Like, he's not my favorite. Like, he's another breed. Cause I mean, it's really hard. Cause it's like I would have probably said maybe 10 years ago Stephen King, but Stephen King ain't did shit.
Stephen King,
Yes, he
not a
did.
director.
He just
not
had a
director.
few movies.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
he wrote. He
That's
wrote.
What, but
I
I
said
said
director.
He had some
Oh, yeah,
movies.
he did
I
say director.
said
Oh,
director.
you said director.
That's why I
Okay.
said I don't know if you can include Clive Barker because the one that you love the most, he didn't direct.
But I mean, I do love everything else. Like Hellraiser. Like I said, the fact like I didn't know he was making so many Hellraisers.
Yeah.
But Hellraiser actually was. Is
Okay,
fucking
that's
tough,
fair,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? Like, but I mean, but I did go. I went with Wes Craven first. Yeah, I mean, Wes Craven first because of course you know Fred.
No, yeah, that one I'm not disagreeing with.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying,
Wes Craven gonna be my first
actually,
Freddy.
of the Hellraisers, he directed the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Clive Barker out here setting. He was just starting things, setting niggas off. Like, but it would be Wes Craven for me then because of Freddy.
Ah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, you know what?
And because if you think about the fact when Wes Craven,
If I'm taking out Clive,
like, take him from the very first Freddy where he was actually a very horror.
I got two. I got two.
If you,
I got good two.
John Carpenter, not John.
that's what I say. I
Yeah.
may go John Carpenter, but
Because I mean, even like you think about people on the stairs and like that was what Pet Cemetery.
That was fire. But for me, George Romero because of
Zombie aspect.
because of zombies.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, and I love.
And niggas have literally based their whole zombie existence off of him.
the rules of
Zombies
zombies,
is based off of
like
him.
It's
the
based
rules
off of
is based off of him.
George Romero and then Guillermo del Toro. Like,
Yeah,
That's
so,
it. That-
but I mean, we talking about favorites.
I
So
fuck
like,
with
my favorite was
Guillermo.
still Wes Craven, but it's like they all definitely had some great like.
I probably would have to go Wes Craven, man. Because, like I said, it's so many of these ones that, as I'm looking more
what
at
about Rob Zombie? Y'all ain't fucking with Rob? I like Rob's shit.
bro.
No,
No,
he
he did.
didn't.
Oh, I mean,
He
yeah.
The Devil's Rejects
you're
are
right.
I didn't
iconic
like his Halloweens,
characters.
though. And
That's cool. But he gave us a culture, a horror
Yeah, Devil's
culture
Rejects.
he did.
staple,
But
which
those
are the
I didn't
Devil's
like those
Rejects. And
Halloweens.
Captain Spaulding will live on forever.
But
He is
those
iconic.
Halloweens gotta
The
be.
Halloweens was trash.
They gotta be a knock against
That's
them.
an icon. They bring it down some.
But everybody's
What-
got.
You didn't like the first one? I
everybody-
did like the first
I didn't like-
Halloween.
What
I
about
didn't
Toby Hooper?
Who the fuck he do?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Nah, I'm not a fan of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, me neither. It was alright.
What?
I'm a fan of the first one, the
I fuck
original
with it,
first
but-
movie, because of the same reason of like Alien and shit. Like, a lot of old movies really use a lot of sound. Like, if you watch that Chainsaw Massacre now, you can still get scared because there's so many blank spots of sound,
Okay.
and it just pops in with
Roman
chainsaw.
But
You know what I'm saying?
he also did Poltergeist.
Roman Polanski did Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah,
He did Leatherface.
All of those are still.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Well, Leatherface is
Leatherface.
it's Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah.
Treehouse. No, that's Funhouse. Eaten Alive.
Eli Roth.
Crocodile. Well, Crocodile was kind of.
I didn't really care for Hostel though.
Yeah, I'm
Also, it
saying,
was alright.
I don't know.
like there's not a lot of like actual. Cause I mean, for me, it's about a real like Like a lot of these actors kind of like pick the movie and starting like make
Well,
trilogies or
but
whatever.
also a lot of the as we was just going through, a lot of these ones, as we were just listening, oh, they such and such directed. No, they produced it.
They produced it, yeah.
And the directors just.
But I feel like we also gotta realize that even though they're saying like they produced it, it's the movie. The fact that we feel like they did the movie is because you definitely know they had some kind of input into it.
There's a Pinocchio. There's a 2021 Pinocchio movie.
Yeah. It's not a hard movie.
It's stop motion. It's Guillermo del Toro though.
Yeah, I'd probably go Wes Craven.
I mean, you gotta think Wes Craven did Scream.
And he's doing
Wes Craven changed a lot of genre horrors. Like Freddy being, you gotta think Freddy. To me, how I look at like Wes Craven had the original first Freddy was actually really scary.
Yeah.
But he changed Freddy into a pop culture phenomenon.
He did.
He did the same thing with Scream. He made Scream a pop culture phenomenon.
He's actually, I didn't think about him.
You said who?
Sam Raimi.
Yeah, he did all the Evil Dead.
Yeah.
I was going to, but he got fucking Spider-Man under his belt, and I hate them shits.
Did you like the original Spider-Man?
The first one is good.
I like the first
I
two.
hate Tobey Maguire's fucking.
No, the first
Peter.
one was.
He was
I
such
thought-
a.
The first one's up there.
He was a
Did
pussy.
you know there's a Wes Craven Swamp Thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Is that a horror one?
Swamp Thing's always.
Wishmaster was my shit too that he did.
Yes, yeah, Wishmaster.
Wishmaster was cold.
Oh!
I go look through the list now, like,
But
I forgot what
yeah,
age did they 2000? Like,
Swamp Thing
like,
is,
Wes Craven was hot, bro.
Swamp Thing's considered hard. Like the DC show, that's what I'm saying. The
also
DC
did
show.
Vampire in Brooklyn.
He hot. That's what I'm saying.
I
Craven
knew
was
that.
hot, bro.
I watched the review on that. They was talking about it.
Like, Wes Craven was hot.
Guillermo del Toro got a new movie called Antlers coming out. I'm watching the trailer for this motherfucker. This shit look wild, bro.
All right, well, let's go on a break.
I'm saying
Yeah,
We're gonna break.
Like, niggas got we tangented to our own.
Well, no, I
world
want
right
to
now.
get into that because I know that we're gonna talk a lot.
They
about
got Meth Damon in this movie.
Meth
Meth Damon,
I
and
know.
he fat as a
Oh,
motherfucker
Matt Damon
right
did a lot of
now.
stuff now. But I know we're gonna talk about Squid Games for sure.
Yeah, y'all
And
know.
probably Venom, right?
And Venom.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we can talk Venom. I watched
Squid
Venom.
Games, Venom. So we're gonna take a break and come back.
Everything in 'em.
I love Venom.
Hey, I want to talk to you today about GeeksetPodcast.com, the only place that blends hip-hop culture and geek culture together in one place, and the only place to get your official Geekset swag. Go to our shop and view our wide selection that we offer, from the No Dubs collection, Big Bit Tees, Talking That Geek-ish, and more. Today, use code Deuces during checkout to get 10% off your next purchase. Then, take a picture and post it on Instagram using the hashtag Geekset for a chance to be featured on our page and a chance to win extra deals in the future. So don't hesitate. Drop by the website today. Listen to our latest episode, watch our latest videos, read our latest reviews, and shop with your favorite geeks. GeeksetPodcast.com.
All right. We are back.
We are back.
In my head, I said, they gon'
They gonna
see.
So we did it.
If he wouldn't have said anything, I'd still been going.
Hey.
He made me laugh.
Hey, real talk. I know we had a rough first podcast, but this moment alone got to be in the Patreon.
Dog,
About the first one, like the reason we even did this is because of the last fucking one. You know what I'm saying?
I would have had it if Deuces wouldn't have said
No,
anything.
no.
I would have laughed. I would have laughed. I saw Liv look over, but I heard Deuces.
I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna join
I
in.
didn't expect Liv. I expected Jaw.
I was like, I'm gonna join in.
Hey, what's truly funny is the fact that everybody's gonna do that at all.
I wasn't gonna do it.
Because
I
really.
You thought you had the one up? You thought you had the leg up?
For a small split second, I was like, we're not doing this.
I was
But for
100%.
some reason, my body was like, just keep going.
I was 100% like, I'm gonna get it. This nigga
And
had to
then
say
you gotta
something.
eyeball everybody like, oh, you want me on? Like, the eyeball, like, you don't have the eyeball of somebody, you really gotta be like, yeah, we own it. We own it.
So yeah, this happened. This
That's what I'm saying.
happened.
Like, Liv won. done.
No, I blame
But
you.
now,
Why you blame me?
now,
The fact
now
that you
you
called
can
us
change
petty
the
made me
game.
mad.
Was I not supposed to?
No, if you would have just called us petty, if you would have just let it happen.
Because I was in the moment. I was the only one that participated.
Hey, now you done changed the game. Like, this shit, like, the next 26 gonna be wide. It's gonna be blue face shit.
I'm gonna be yodeling in the shower. Are you gonna hear me here that night?
Hey, now nobody gonna have whiskey. Everybody gonna have hot tea.
I ain't gonna smoke for
Now
that 2
it's
weeks.
Squid Game.
Yeah,
Like,
the throat coat. Get some throat coat.
No,
This bitch.
that's cheap. Why do
Hey,
they
next
that?
round
I
will
don't
be
know.
Squid Game.
Throat
Like,
coat.
really hard.
That's such an innuendo name.
Yeah.
Like, can you picture being like now? It was so trash now. Cause can you picture being the one that you gotta look at everybody else like, oh, you already done? Like we still like.
No,
That was me. This thing, I'm looking at y'all, and then I'm hearing Liv too.
And that's like,
So then I'm
that's
like,
what made me stop. What made me stop was like really looking at me like, bro, y'all still what?
When he called us petty, it made me. It was just such an involuntary laugh. And I was like, all right,
Like dog, because like you caught the end of it because but he saw me first. Like this ain't still going. like. And now he looking at you like, oh, y'all niggas petty. You know
No, this is what niggas is doing. All right.
oh, shit. Let's get the recommendations, man.
Yeah.
I got mine ready. I'm gonna recommend Kingdom on Netflix. We talked before about K-dramas.
Yeah.
This one, it's like a period piece. So it's like this. He's a crown prince. His dad has gotten sick. And his dad's second wife is trying to basically usurp the throne with her unborn baby. Where the twist comes in is it's zombies involved. And
I've seen this.
So
Yeah.
I really wish I had already saw the trailer. So like if you watch the trailer, you're going to know that there's zombies involved. I almost really wish that I hadn't watched the trailer before I saw it because the way that they do it. The first episode, you think you finna get on like some Asian Game of Thrones type shit, where it's like a fight for the throne, you know, shit's going on, people backstabbing each other and stuff, and then at one point you see some shit like he like, hey, I saw a monster.
Hey, you know what? It's actually really Game of Thrones. Remember, first episode of Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
You really just watching it, thinking it's gonna be some like period piece thing, and then at the end you're like, wait, a white wall?
That is true.
What the fuck
That
is
is very
that?
true. That is very true. It's like you at some point you don't even see, you just see like the shadow of it, and it's like he like, hey, I saw a monster. Like people they tell me, no, you didn't see anything.
Right.
Like you're crazy.
I'm gonna watch this tonight.
And then at the end of the first episode is when you actually notice like, hey, there's really zombies. And it was just I was like, bro, this is cold. And
I'm
so
gonna
like
watch that tonight.
there's
What's it called?
it's called Kingdom. There's 2 seasons and a movie. I'm like halfway through the first season.
I think I've seen the movie on Netflix.
It's called.
I haven't watched it. I've seen it on there.
Yeah, because they're all on
They're all
Netflix.
on Netflix.
So, but yeah, it's really good. Like I said, about seasons are short, so they're only 6-episode seasons. And then obviously, like I said, the movie. So.
All right. So I got 3. My first 2 gonna be very short. Yeah, it's gonna be short.
I'm
I'm only gonna talk about one. No. I'm only gonna talk about one. I'm only gonna talk about one. I'm only gonna talk about one.
There's a sneaking sponsor,
No.
sneaking partnerships
and he cut
underneath
you in
us.
so hard, like as soon as you was done, like I got 3. I got 3. Like, you got no chance. I ain't got no chance. I got 3.
No, I'm only gonna talk about one, but I'm gonna say 3 because.
Hey, Ron, you did hear the spirit.
It was the spirit.
He was like,
I'm not
trying to
Oh,
be
no.
done and go to sleep.
No, we're gonna be good because I'm going to recommend Doom Patrol. Definitely watch it. Even though I'm pissed off with Titans, they got some elements that I'm like, all right, just give it a watch. But the recommendation that I'm going to talk about, because I've been talking about you to y'all all week and everything like that. And this for my niggas, man. NBA 2K.
Again?
I didn't say
No,
my
he didn't recommend. He's just been
I've
talking
been
to
talking to
us.
y'all
He's been
about
talking
it.
to
I
us.
just been
That's
talking about
right.
y'all in the group chat. And the reason why I'm going to recommend it because, all right, so the Spike Lee one was wild. We already talked about that Spike Lee one. That one's wild. But this one is like,
Extra.
It's super extra. You don't have to do the storyline. You can just play the game. So the way that they did this
Oh, at least they
storyline.
give you that.
Yeah.
So no, it's a separate thing now.
No, I think you're saying like you can.
It's
I think you're
optional.
saying like you could be
Like
like.
you could be a rapper nigga or a basketball
No,
nigga.
it's just optional.
No, I
You
think
can
you're saying
just
like
play
you
the
can,
game.
if you do a my player, you can be like, hey, do you want to do my player story
Or
mode or
you-
just my player
Or
player?
no. So it's my player no matter what. it's not linear. It's time sensitive. So like I could literally just play a whole season and then say, let me just do the career now, and I mean let me just do this side quest.
The actual career part of it.
Yeah.
Oh, so
yeah.
you can so
like
Dragon Ball Fighters. I could play the fighting game and stay for the cutscenes, or I could just do all the fighting and not watch any cutscenes. So something not the same but similar.
So I chose to embark on interweaving both, right? And so the character in my career, he.
Man, what position do you play?
You know, oh my God! I didn't want you to say
I'm
it.
gonna get into the whole
I
thing.
didn't want you to say it.
Why are you hitting him?
Because I'm so mad because I was like, I already said it already. The thing like, bro.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna get into the whole thing.
I know you are. I'm sorry.
I bet
read the whole story.
Bro,
I bet you.
Liv, do you realize the nigga been on our group chat talking about this game and gave us even
I want to hear the whole thing.
He even said who he playing.
I was gonna interview.
I want to hear the whole thing. I'm sorry. That was my fault.
Just like
you
I'm
rushed.
sorry.
You rushed.
Because it's been bothering me all
well,
week.
just like I'm.
It has. And
So,
it should be.
The
NBA 2K should take note of this shit bother niggas.
No, it
I don't even know.
doesn't. But it don't.
No, it's niggas who don't play.
Niggas love it.
It's niggas who don't play.
So the guy, my character, like the career, like he's a YouTube star. He's one of those people. Like he uploaded him.
Bro, stop. What's your position?
Let me
let him
finish.
go through it, though. Let him go through it.
Right? Because it's part of the story. He's showing his videos across the people and everything. So the league and people, they say like, all right, nigga, you good, but like, fam, you just a YouTube star, right? So then I go to college and I go to the G League. I choose that. I go to college and
Or the G League, or you go college and then the G League.
You can choose college or G League, but you also have the option to choose both. So and the reason why you do it because you get more XP if you go to the G
Makes
League.
sense.
But your stock rises in the draft if you go to college. So I went to college, and then I went to the G League to get the more XP.
So don't that mean that your stock wasn't high?
No.
I thought. Well,
stock was already high.
But you decided to go to the G League. Okay.
Right. I did have both. Right. So then I get drafted by the Pistons as a shooting guard. Bacardi, you ain't even pay attention.
Definitely didn't hear it at all. He said.
You'll know why in a second because I'm texting your ass. You'll know why in a second.
Well, I'm not gonna see it.
Yeah, you gonna see it.
But
you gonna see it.
So I get on the Pistons as a shooting guard, but it's a toxic situation because this what pissed me off right off the rip. So when I get signed. Very first day I get signed, Kendrick Perkins do a viral video like, let me tell you about my guy's name, and they give him the fake.
They give him the fake
nickname.
MP.
Let me tell you about MP. You ever heard of a basketball player who's serious about basketball who got his own YouTube channel? So I'm like, what the fuck? So now.
Wait, time out. I'm sorry. Yes, you have. There are multiple.
It's Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah, right.
You know Kendrick Perkins.
But it's like they wrote this into this game.
So they wrote it into it. So I'm a shooting guard. And so, but then he's like, and then I hear you want to do music and fashion.
I want everybody to see.
He's like, and then I want to do music. He want to do music and fashion. So what y'all saying is exactly what Kendrick Perkins is saying. But I'm like, bro, I can do all three. And so because of that, it causes turmoil with my coach. So now my coach ain't playing me as much. So now I'm like, nigga, I want to get a trade, but and so my agent says, or do you want to be loud about it, or you want to keep it by? I'm like, he's like, and my agent, he's like, we should take to Twitter. So I'm like, all right. So I went to Twitter. So now Kendrick Perkins like, oh my God, he a diva. What type of player goes on? And so like, it's this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's like now. So then my coach, he's like, after everything I did to get you here, my guy's like, well, this is toxic. I just want to play basketball and do my thing. He's like, well, you better make sure you don't get injured. He's like, you better make sure.
It's so wild.
It's a wild ass story. Because he's like, so I'm up here putting up numbers. And even when I'm putting up numbers, the press, they want to talk about the tweets. The tweet became a thing.
Yeah.
It became like, dang. And so then I meet the game.
That's just real life.
Yeah, then I meet the game. And then he's like, yo, we do music. I do a concert with the game. I sign him to my record label.
You do a concert with the game?
And you saw the picture? I put it in the group chat.
Put the picture in the group chat.
So,
I looked at it like, this is too much.
So I'm interweaving it all because like I'm playing the games. I'm the top rated shooting guard. I'm the top rated rookie. I just won rookie of the month. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
just a month, nigga. Just a month.
Oh, this all been a month. This just been the first month of this game.
This your first month of playing in the season?
Yes.
Hey, 2K doing too much.
All right,
so
I know you want to give me a story.
That's it.
No, he said he literally stopped. He said, I recommend 2K.
I recommend 2K, man, because
you recommend 2K. It's a lot. You giving a lot about, like, bro. Like, you giving niggas Spike Lee joint.
I damn near might play it now.
I'm
damn near might play it now.
But the one last random thing, and we can move on, and we can get on. This is the most random, because, you know, you elevate as far, as you get further, you get more riches, you get more luxurious. So I was in an apartment, then I went to, like, a townhouse, and I got this, like, penthouse suite, right? So my guy, who's also the person who runs my social media, he's like, I got a surprise for you, right? So I'm like, all right. So like, I'm thinking it's gonna be something dope, maybe like a court or something like that. My penthouse suite is like in the middle of like the city, and you know, 2K got the city, right? But when you play online, they got all these other courts, and the way they space it out, it's all over the place. So it's like it's a long travel. So he's like, what is this? He's like, it's a zip line. Like a zip line.
A zip
He's
line.
like, you can zip line to any court. So literally, when I'm at my crib and I want to go to a court, he goes to the roof, he hops on the zip line. It's not a cutscene. It's not a like he's just there and you pop on the court. No, they show him. He hop on it and zip line down to the court. I said,
Your team would
random as fuck.
Your team would cut that so quickly in real life.
I'm saying right now.
This is the most
You
random
zip
shit.
line on Lincoln. Zip line on Lincoln and Milwaukee. You said zip line your ass on Lincoln when niggas be like, bro, who the fuck is this cop?
That team
Police.
immediately, if you was on the bus, you had to zip line from your house to a court. The bus, hey, cut that shit now. Cut that shit now.
Yeah. So that 2K is my recommendation.
Damn, there might play after this.
All right. Ron, do you have it? Do you want?
Yeah, mine's actually gonna be old. Even though I don't really fuck with M. Night Shyamalan, it was like.
Wait, how you say his name?
I thought you were gonna say Eminem.
Wait.
I said M. Night Shyamalan.
Eminem, Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan, as who was trying to say.
Is it Shyamalan, right? Shyamalan.
You said Shyamalan.
Bro, I'm slapped, nigga. Don't do this. Like, why are y'all doing this? Like, you know M. Night. Like, all you need to do is that part. Like,
you made the choice.
You're cursing my Shyamalan. Like, I said Shyamalan, and I feel like dead drunk ass is like, Shyamalan. Like, no, nigga, you slapped.
You saying
I
like
said
whatever you was
Shyamalan.
trying to say, Charlamagne the God. That's how you say it.
I said Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
I don't know if it's right, but
It's
I
not.
just say
Well,
Shyamalan.
let's continue. It's not.
But
It ain't getting better.
Mine's gonna be old because I don't really feel like digging deep into nothing else. Like,
Yeah, you talked in your comeback. You talked about
it's old. Like I said, it's a roller coaster. Like, it depends on how you feel about the movie in general. Like, but I mean, or the fan of M. Night in general. Like, I think, and I'm saying it's the best, or whatever. But I think his twist on this one was kind of.
It was decent.
Like it
I
fucked
like
with the
the
words
twist,
that we
but I
live in
wouldn't watch it.
now.
You probably can watch it.
Yeah,
Reading the twist, I like the twist.
If it was the world that we live in now,
reading
especially with
and seeing
medication
is two
and
different things.
pharmaceuticals and shit like that, they fit with where we at now.
What'd you watch? I'm gonna check it out.
You watched it on your app, right?
Yeah, I watched it on my app.
I think it's streaming
Well,
somewhere.
mine is going to be. I wanted to recommend this. I keep forgetting. I be forgetting what I be watching. Like it's
That's
so
how I be.
weird.
It's like it's
Why the Last
recent.
Man? I'm recommending Why the Last Man.
Oh, is that good?
It's a comic book. It was a comic book that I love. I think it's fucking. The book is probably one of the best comic books I've ever read.
Okay.
TV show is okay. It's
What's
good.
it on?
FX.
FX.
Okay.
It's good. It's good.
You got Hulu, you probably
Yeah.
got access.
But-
It's on, okay.
Like Walking Dead was amazing up until a certain point. It's actually really good now. Okay?
It definitely is.
Like,
Are you
really
all caught
good.
up?
Yep.
Me too.
Like it's really good. I'm
Man.
shocked.
I was shocked too.
So you gotta get through the hump and then you good back in there.
It's like
after
3 seasons.
After season 8,
It's like 3
go
seasons.
back to season. Skip them shits. Go
Yeah.
to season 10, right?
Yeah.
Skip them shit. The niggas said
Yeah,
skip
go to season 10 and then watch 11.
Oh yeah, because season 10 was good too.
10 was
Yeah.
decent.
Season 4.
What was season 4? I don't want to go on a too long
No, I'm-
tangent, but
That was
No, I thought season 4 was good, bro. I feel
see,
like
no hell no, you tripping because
Was
that's
it
where
3
Rick
then?
bites dog neck. That's
no,
where.
it was before that, 'cause I didn't see that.
What season
Are you talking about the end of The Governor where
Yes.
they attack? The ending to that was kind of like weak.
Yeah.
I didn't like it too much. But after that, when Rick
Bro,
bites
that's-
dog in his
that
neck
was too
because
much.
the
I
fat
didn't-
dude was
I
trying to
didn't-
write Carl,
I
and he
didn't-
was like, "Don't do this,
I
don't
didn't
do
make-
it," and
I
he
didn't make-
gutted that motherfucker.
Tangent the shit
Oh my
out of
god!
Do I gotta be the tangent coach? Tangent.
That was my fault.
I don't get many, damn it.
That was my fault.
And
You letting
next one, but before I get to the next one, just revisit that again, Ditch. Like, Rick eats that motherfucker's neck and fuck that fat dude up. Like, it was fucked up.
I'll rewatch it.
Oak Studios on Netflix. It's
I thought you were
Yeah, he did talk about that.
I thought he was recommending the studio.
watch
like gaming studio or something.
Oak Studios,
It's like short
Volume 1.
stories, right? It's like a bunch of short stories.
It's a bunch of short stories,
Yeah.
sci-fi. Some of it,
Oats
It-
Studios?
yeah,
It's
Oats.
like, it's on that- it's
some
on
of it
Netflix,
is
right?
like shot really good, but then sometimes sometimes the CGI here or there. Is
But I
kinda
like
like,
animated.
What I do,
but
I like that.
no,
I like
it's
that.
not. It has multiple ones.
Yeah.
There's some animated
there's
ones.
some that are okay.
Yeah, I
so
like
it's
the
like-
idea.
It's like Love and Robots.
Yeah.
But it's not.
I like the idea.
Those
Because
are
like
different
it's
styles.
smaller companies doing what we just really saw, like in like a lot of larger
They're a
scale.
company.
Yeah, and y'all been watching them shorts on YouTube.
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah.
fuck with that, you'll definitely fuck with
They're
Oak
a
Studios.
company.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I never even heard of them.
Oh, and bro, I just saw the trailer to Resident Evil. Like, I
Oh.
recommend watching that.
Yeah.
I'm still a little apprehensive because I don't recognize any of the actors.
Me either.
I don't
But
know
But
how
I
they
actually like that.
I like it too.
It
but
should be that
I'm
though.
kind of
We need to get to a realm of life where movie theater actors
I don't recognize none of the actors
Bro.
in Oak Studios, and I like it.
Yeah,
I
but I mean,
think
we all like that though. If you really think about
We
this
did.
shit, that
Love
you
and
watch,
Robots, you know.
That shit
Black
that you
Mirror when
watch,
it first came out, we didn't notice a lot of those people in Black Mirror.
like niggas gotta like.
They
The
just
problem
said,
of it is
fuck
like,
yeah.
if you're a real
Oh,
fan of this,
studio. They just said, fuck it.
if you're really a fan of just like creativity
throw
and
our name,
culture,
throw our studio name up
Yeah.
there.
like if you're a real fan of creativity and culture, you're not gonna really care about who's in it.
That's
Same as like how they did like we've been on Black Mirror, but like that last season had all these celebrities, but like bro.
And that was the weakest season.
If you
Yeah.
know, if you are a
That
fan
was
of
the
Black
weakest
Mirror,
season.
It was.
yeah,
low
if you're a
key.
fan of Black Mirror, you like, bro, I don't need these niggas in here.
That's a tangent for off air because
Yeah,
I had a rebuttal statement to that of what
Yeah,
people.
that's a statement.
But that's an off air.
Yeah, that's
All right, let's get to the OG recommendation. Make sure you go to GeeksetPodcast.com. Make sure you go to our YouTube channel, man. Thank you for everybody. We did hit our 1,000 subscribers.
Woo!
man.
Thank you.
Yeah, we did. Thank you for everybody that helped us get there, man. We got a lot of dope stuff that's on this channel right now, man. We got, like I said, we got the Geekset Podcast episodes. You can check that out. We got Geekset Rewind, our rewatch show. That is coming back. We did showed us our the first teaser trailer and everything.
Oh, I put the
Yeah.
other trailer up too. That's the use as an ad. I just forgot to tell you.
You put it up?
It's on YouTube. It should be.
It's live?
Should be.
Oh shit! Okay, my fault. Damn, we upload a lot lately, dog.
True.
So you know what I'm saying? We got the teaser trailer up. Geekset Rewind, man. It is coming back full force. 101 with Deuces. By the time that you are listening to this, I got Lean and Cuisine on, man, from the Lean Squad, OG YouTube person, man. You know, definitely check that out. Also, the O'Shea Jackson Junior episode is out. The Cleo Thomas episode is out. 101 with Deuces is doing amazing. So Free Throw Poppy's Playhouse. We have new episodes coming right now. We have 3. We have the Chrome Dome. We have what else we got?
We got the Chrome Dome review, we have the McFarlane Gunslinger review, and we have the Mezco Hawk P40 review coming up. I'm going to be reviewing the new Goliath Gargoyles from NECA.
Hey.
I'm going to be reviewing him. I'm also probably going to be reviewing the Sentinel Miles, and I will be reviewing the retro 70s Batman Batcave with the retro 1970s Batman. I think it was 1970s Batman.
I'm seeing the visual. I like this.
So
Like,
I
yeah,
will.
let's finish this up.
I have a couple reviews coming up, y'all.
Is that the NECA one?
That's the next one that's coming out. I have the.
Yours already here?
Wait, let me see. Is that the that's Goliath, right? That's
Yeah,
the one?
yours
I
already
can't
here?
see. Yeah, I got it. I found it at Target.
Really?
Yeah, I canceled my pre-order.
I
and
pre-ordered mine from Entertainment Earth.
What's
It
that?
hasn't shown.
that dog. I've been seeing it randomly at. I've been hearing people picking it up randomly at Target. My guy happened to be the one on Chase. He picked it up, sent me a picture. I told him, go get your ass back in that motherfucking
Give
and
me
buy
some
me
more.
another one.
Yeah.
Buy me one, motherfucker.
Really?
And then
What?
drop it off.
Here's what I
And
love. Here's what
shout out to my brother David, because that's exactly what he did. And I canceled my pre-order with. I won't name the store because I don't want to,
Right.
be like that.
But here's what I love about Liv's show, So Free Throw Poppy's Playhouse, man, is that the engagement has been amazing. Like the figure, the collectible community, I like the fact that when they're commenting on it, they're commenting on like the style of the video. They're commenting on the details and the information that Liv is giving. It's one of my favorite shows on the channel right now because of that. Because I'm like, yo, this is something that engagement is based on.
And because you get so free to Poppy at its purest form, where he don't want to be seen. That's the purest form. And the purest form of Frito Poppy is not seen.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and also one of the best ways to support us, man, sign up to our Patreon, patreon.com/Geekset. We are actually developing a couple of shows. We have a first pilot episode of one of our shows that's on the Patreon right now that you can only exclusively see right now. And then we're going to be producing some new Patreon exclusives. So we have tiers from $1 to $50 based on how much you would like to contribute. All of that money goes back into Geekset to allow us to produce more shows and give you guys more content. Join our Discord. It's a group of just dope individuals talking about geek shit, talking about anime, talking about comic book, video games, collectibles, shoes, and everything like that. And just kind of just being together as a hive talking about it. And then, you know what I'm saying, follow us on all social media at GeeksetPodcast. And again, this is the only podcast that blends hip-hop culture and geek culture together. And we are out.